Yeah.
I guess it would make sense because they have been trying to really push it out, you know, and they're really pushing it out that bad. Learn Tracy, and then Tracy. I don't know what
Thank you, mate. Watching her.
I went and first time I watched her video, I said to my mate, I says, do you know she'd be an ideal girlfriend?
Oh.
And she says, I'm sorry, she's lesbian. I'm like, no.
Oh, well, I don't know, right.
Big one. And someone drove it. Comes up. I'm guessing he was kicked off, but...
All the sidings should be run off the line in a downward direction so that they would come off and fit fairly quick. Now there's one lane in the actual engine shed which we can't go down, so we can go down and see progress here. This is your austerity locomotive, number 90773 is in progress at the moment. It came here when it was made to run many years ago. The original War Department use of this was built for the War Department, but was never actually used on British Rail. So it was sent straight across to the continent, and while it was over on the continent, it spent its time in Holland, and then it went to Sweden, and ultimately, when they finished with it, it was pushed up into the woods as a sort of reserve stock of it. This was brought over to work in Poland, in the continent, and it worked over there for many years, but when the Polish people found that they didn't need it anymore and the war effort was well out of the way, they wanted to put it in their railway museum in Warsaw. And of course the country was under the regime of the Russians at that time, and they said, oh, we're not having an American locomotive in one of our exhibits. No. So they had to find some way of moving it on, and by one of the many coincidences that seemed to arise for why locomotives would end up here, this locomotive was known about by some diplomats who happened to meet an ambassador from the UK, I think in Switzerland, and he was saying, oh, we've got this locomotive that the Poles are wanting to move on. Are you interested? And after a bit of toing and froing, that they decided they would bring it over here. And so its story was, I think it was towed from where it was all the way to Rotterdam, and then it was put on the ferry and sent over to Hull. When it got to Hull, the customs people looked at it and immediately noticed that on the smokebox door that there was a big sign, I think in Polish, that said, do not open. And so they called up the people here that were trying to buy it and said, you're going to have to come over here and we've got an issue. So they went over and they opened this and found a lot of counterfeit vodka, whiskey. So that's its little story. Anyway, they released the loco, but they didn't release, obviously, the other. What happened to that, we don't know.
Yes. Thank you.
Take some there, please.
It was an awesome time.
And we're hoping, because we actually paid to a local business.
Yeah. Hey, all right.
It's also
The diesel, yeah.
Something terribly involved, thinking of it. I don't know where the driver's gone, but it's about somewhere. Okay now. I thought that's well, while I've got it all.
You see where this pigeon's going to build his nest?
So, as some of you obviously have worked out, the locomotive there called Ironclad, our oldest locomotive, number 957, is, you'll see it has an open cab, not the best of bad weather driving, particularly in reverse, and she is famous from being the green dragon on the Railway Children. You see that she's black now, and there seems to be a move towards calling her the Black Dragon in the latest newsletter that we've had. Sitting actually in engine shape on the platform, there's 3 rows of seats on either side, and this locomotive is pushed in from one end, giving the impression of actually being.